Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you are doing well and enjoying my lessons at the same time. And today I am ready with another lesson for you all to guide your children, and at the same time even children can refer to it whenever they have confusion. So today's topic is subtraction. Let's get started. This is the lesson for grade 1 especially, because they are the ones when we introduce with whom we introduce subtraction. So we are going to start with the pre-assessment. Pre-assessment is the knowledge, what they already know, what basics we have already done with them. So these will be the question we will be referring to and asking them to attend them, solve them independently. Now, this pre-assessment can be given as a worksheet. It can be done on the whiteboard. They can be asked to take their whiteboards out, or else they can be called on the board to solve the sums. And one by one, teacher can write the question, they can solve and write the answer on that. So basically, pre-assessment is only and only for the children to recall what they have understood, the basics of subtraction, and then solve. It's time for us to introduce the topic, which is subtraction and the WALT. We are learning to subtract multiples of 10 using base 10 blocks. Now, at this point, children need to understand that what is base 10 blocks. Base 10 blocks are the blocks of tens and ones with which we have told them the place value of a particular digit or more than one digit. So that is how we tell them to recall what they have done using base 10 blocks. The model form of tens and ones blocks that they draw. Moving on to the success criteria. Success criteria is what we need to make the children understand that at the end of the lesson, what should be the thing that they need to assess themselves on. They have to, according to the child, he should be able to understand that subtraction is to count back. This is basically the rubric as well. That can be given at the end of the lesson. And I can subtract numbers pictorially or using number line. So there will be strategies, two kinds of strategies with which the children will be able to understand subtraction in a better way. That is what the teacher needs to make them understand, or the parent who is guiding the child. Next comes the keywords, which is directly related to cross-curricular link to English, and it is very important for the children after every topic to understand what the words they are going to use again and again. That means they have to learn these words. They can be given these words to write 5 times again and again and again, so that with the practice they will be able to understand and learn these keywords. Here we are going to add a bit of superhero-ship, where they will be subtracting multiples of 10. So they will be with the superheroes with superpowers, jumping in tens, skip counting of tens, and solving subtraction sums. Now our superheroes with superpowers are going to subtract and solve the sums using super subtraction rules. We will be telling them that they have already learned about subtraction, which means to take away from or make smaller. Yes, with the help of super dogs, we are going to make them understand what the sum is. So they will be telling that 2 dogs minus 1 dog is equal to 1 dog. And this they have already learned using the vertical method. Now comes how to subtract multiples of 10. The first thing they'll be recalling, they will be asked the multiples of 10. They will be saying 10, 20, 30, 40, and so on. And Finally, we will be telling them that there'll be two places, ones place as well as tens place, and 0 has to be brought down there and then the same way. But we only need to focus on the tens place, that we will be subtracting 2 minus 1, which will be 1. This is how we are going to solve multiples of 10. Let's go to number 1 strategy now. The first strategy that we will use is using base 10 blocks to subtract multiples of 10. Now, here comes an important fact, which is 1 base 10 block is equal to 10. That means when we combine 1, 1, 1, which will be 10 ones, then it will make 1 base 10 block. Now, according to what we have taught them in the previous slide, we will be asking them to solve the sum here, which is 60 minus 30 on their pages. Or we can ask them to solve it on the whiteboard. So the first strategy will be base 10 blocks. Now, let's tell them the rules. The first step, according to the strategy 1, will be they will be drawing 6 base 10 blocks. So that means it is automatically which number? 60. Then, next step, they will cross out 3 of the base 10 blocks because the number given over here is 30. That means cross out 3. Then comes the third step. We are going to count how many base 10 blocks are left. That will be 10, 20, 30. So how many blocks are left? 30. That will be our answer. Now comes super subtraction strategy number 2. Now in this strategy, we are going to use the number line to solve the multiples of 10. So the students will be asked to draw a number line from 0 to 90 because the sum says the bigger number given over there is 90. This will be the first step. Let's go to step number 2. Next, they will find number 90 on the number line. Then will come the step number 3. Now the smaller number given to them is 60. So that means they will count back by tens 6 times. They will jump back. Let's see what they get. Step number 4, which will say you have to look at the number on which you have kept your pencil. And the answer that they get is 30. Now 6 times they have counted back to get the answer as 30. So 90 minus 60 is equal to 30. This is the second strategy. Here, the first thing that we as adults need to do is to tell our kids to recall what 2 strategies they have done. So the first strategy was using base 10 blocks. They will explain how. And the second strategy, as discussed, was the number line. Drawing the number line and then going back, jumping back according to the smaller number which is given to them. And here goes the notebook work. Finally, we will be giving them the questions and they will solve all these questions. The super subtraction practice using any one strategy that they have learned out of the 2 strategies. After they finish their notebook work, we can discuss the answers with them and we can check whether they have done it correctly or not. And at the same time, we can ask them to see whether they have done the answers correct and give themselves 3 stars if they have done it all correct. And even if 1 is wrong, 2 stars will be perfectly fine. That's how the super subtraction practice can be done with the children. Now comes the most important thing that even today we as adults do while we subtract, and which is why we are all perfect. We consider all ourselves perfect that we can subtract with. Now we have to tell them how to check our answers. The first thing they will do is add the answer to the number being subtracted. That means here we have the question, which is 70 minus 40 equals to 30. Now, which numbers are we talking about that we have to add? We will be adding the answer that we got, which is 30, as well as we should be adding the smaller number out of the two numbers that we subtracted, which is 40. Now, of course, 70 is the biggest number, so we will add 40 plus 30. The original amount is 70. The amount that will be subtracted is 70 minus 40. But when we will add 30 plus 40, the answer that we get is 70. So that means if your answer is equal to the original number, only then your answer will be correct. So it is correct. Good job. Now comes a bit challenging task for them. They will have to fill in the blanks with correct fact families. We will be giving them these three numbers and they have to create two addition as well as two subtraction sentences, number sentences, and find the answers should be correct. So this will be a small challenge given to them. And then comes the time for plenary, which is the answer. So this will be the plenary through a subtraction quiz, which will be conducted only on the timer for 1 minute. Now here they will be asked to solve as many problems as they can just in 1 minute. So let's see how many they can solve. Please put the timer on. It will be a very exciting game and it will help the students to count and subtract faster. After they finish their work, we can discuss the answers with them and we can see and increase their subtraction skills as well. So, this is how we conduct a lesson on subtraction for the children effectively.
So, this is how we solve subtraction sums, and this is how to guide our children how to learn how to subtract. Hope you liked my video. Hope you liked the lesson. Please leave comments if you have any confusions or doubts. If you need more ideas, please do let me know. Please hit the like button if you like the video and subscribe. And you can also click on the bell notification to get notifications for my more videos. And this is me saying bye. I'll see you further tomorrow with my next video. Bye bye. Take care.